made it. You have elevated in your girlfriend status. You have earned the coveted Thanksgiving Invitation Award with the family. Hey guys, welcome to the For the Modest Girl YouTube channel. You already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new here, I want to hear from you. All right, so without further ado, I'm not going to do too much talking, but I thought I would talk about how to survive the first Thanksgiving at your boyfriend's house, at your man's house. And I have my handy dandy iPad if you see me looking down. All right, so this is first things first. And if you take away anything from this episode, take away anything from these tips, what I want you to know, do not do too much. Don't do too much. You're going to your man's house, your boyfriend's house, first Thanksgiving, you're meeting some of his family members for the first time. Do not do too much. Don't do too much. Please, I beg of you. In all of these steps, there's going to be a little bit of don't do too much because you want to be remembered as the girlfriend that they want for this man. You don't want to be you want to have a good first impression, right? You don't get a second first impression. It's a first impression, and you want to make sure that you have a good one. All right. So the first tip that I have is dress how you want to be perceived. If you want to be perceived as dress as show your left and your right booty cheek. But if you don't want to be perceived as that, come on, we don't. You want to dress as the girl that they want for this man. You want the mother to see you and think, this is the girl that I want for my son. She doesn't know you, and she might give you a hard time because anybody who is anybody knows that a son is a mother's most prized possession, okay? So she's gonna give you a hard time. She's not gonna like you off the bat until you give her a reason to not like you, but she's not gonna like you. She's just, I don't wanna say she's gonna be mean to you, but she's not gonna like you just because you're the girlfriend. You have to do something for her to like you, for her to respect you, for her to be like, all right, she's okay. She can stick around for another week or so until those weeks start to become months and years until you finally get that ring. But until then, this is your first time meeting her, your first impression. You want to dress like the girlfriend she would want for her son. You want to dress like you're in the running to become the daughter-in-law. You want to dress in a way that she goes, all right, she respects herself, which I hope that you do. I hope that you're the type of girl that respects herself. I do. I think in this day and age, a lot of women don't, and I really hope that you are the one that does. You want to be perceived as a girl who respects herself, the girl who's well spoken. Don't go in there dressed as a boss babe. You don't want to be dressed as the kind of girl that's going to boss their son around. Again, that's her most prized possession. Okay? You want to dress like like he can handle you, he can take care of you, he can appreciate you. I'm going to make a video of how to go to your girlfriend's house if you're a boyfriend, but this is strictly for the girlfriends going to their boyfriend's house. So, girls, ladies, you want to dress the part. You want to dress in very classy clothing. I feel like Thanksgiving, you can't go wrong with a cardigan and a nice top. A cute top and jeans. Cute boots, booties if you have it. You can never go wrong. A turtleneck if you have one, dress for your body type. There's videos all over YouTube. You guys, come on. This is 2024. There's stuff out there. Do not go in there looking crazy and do not do too much. You want to smell good, you want to look good, you want to make sure your breath is good, okay? We don't not want to we don't want to singe the nose hairs of these family members. This is the first impression you want to leave a lasting and a good one. Number two, don't show up empty handed. Unless you are a Michelin star chef, do not bring something you made from home. These people don't know you, and you don't want to be known as the girl who brought something and people took it and put it in the trash, or you brought something and it was untouched. And the only person who touched it was your man because he didn't want to make you feel bad. Don't. Don't do it. If you're going to your man's house and you want to, and not, I'm not going to say you want to bring something, you definitely have to bring something. This is a requirement. You have to bring something. Bring something store bought. Bring cookies, bring brownies, bring an apple pie, a pumpkin pie, bring something store-bought. Unless you are a chef and people are consistently paying for your things, for your baked goods, for your cooked items, do not bring something to that man's house. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't I'm trying to help you out. Don't do it. The reason for that is you don't know what people's different palates are. And so you're going there to make a first impression. You don't want it to be related to the food. People have different taste palettes, different taste preferences. Somebody might say your food is too salty. Somebody might say your food is not salty enough. You don't want that to be the first impression that you leave. Unless it's a potluck, and even if it's a potluck, I bring something store bought. To err on the side of caution, bring something store bought. Okay? All right. Next, because let me ask you, what's worse? Bringing something that nobody cared to touch and try, or bringing something that people tried and now it's in the trash? If you chose the latter, you and I, we are on one accord. We are the same person. Hello? Okay. It's definitely worse if it's the second option. Definitely worse. All right. Next. 3. Research. Ask your boyfriend who all going to be there. Who is going? Now, this is especially important because you want to know, okay, if his mother is his mother going to be there? Is his father going to be there? Does he have any siblings? Are they going to be there? Does he have any nieces and nephews? Are they going to be there? Does he have any aunts or uncles, grandparents, friends? Who's going to be there? And in knowing who's going to be there, you want to do the basic minimum research on what they like, what kind of topics. Now, side note, there are some topics that you shouldn't be talking about at Thanksgiving. Politics, one of them. Talking about healthcare, talking about too much of what you do for work, right? Don't do that. Don't, amongst all the other options. Don't, amongst all the other options. Do not talk about those, okay? Now, you want to ask who's going to be there, who can you speak to, who should you stay away from, who should you high and buy it. High and buy it means that you come in, you say hello, you let them introduce yourself, hello, hi, smile, and you leave. You don't do too much talking to that person. And he will tell you. I think in every family, there are family members that you high and buy it to. You high and buy it to. Either because they're too much, whatever the reason is, right? Who do you want to talk to? If he has siblings, if he has a sister, getting good with the sister. If he has a sister that he's close to, getting good with her. Getting good with her. If he has a best girlfriend that he's friends with, getting good with her too. And that's, do with that what you will. Okay. But first things first, getting good with his immediate family members. Who's who can you relate to? If you need to do a little bit of Instagram research and see these people's pages, check them out so that you have some topics in your bag, in your arsenal to talk with them about, I would definitely do that. But don't go overboard. Like, you don't need to know that cousin Susie has 5 dogs and you know all their names and their birthdays. You know her favorite color. You know where she works at, where she gets her nails done. No, you want to have something that they'll tell you that you'll be like, oh, intrigued about, but you want to have some topics that you can talk to at length, that you have something to say. Again, don't do too much. You don't want to do too much talking to where these people are like, oh my gosh, she didn't shut up. She didn't stop talking. Or she was just saying so much about the things that I liked. You want to let these people talk to you, but you also want to talk to them. So, in that being said, these are great conversational tips anyway. Talk to people and ask them about themselves. What I've realized is that people like to talk about themselves. Ask them anything. Ask them what they work, what they like to do for fun, and sprinkle in things. People like to talk about themselves. This is a skill, and I think it definitely takes practice, but when you learn it, you can small talk with anybody. Number 4, mind your manners. If you don't have manners and if you don't have the basic manner level of an elementary school student, i.e., please and thank you, if that's not in your vocabulary, don't go. Do not go to those people's house. Don't go there. Now, in saying please and thank you, that's basic. You don't need to go into that house and say, yes, I love the mashed potatoes, please. Because you're grown, you're a little older, but there's a way to say please and there's a way to say thank you. For example, if they ask you, hey, would you like the mashed potatoes? Yes, you answer, yes, I love that. Thank you. Manners. If you don't have the basic manners, please and thank you, do not go to those people's house. I beg of you, please respectfully decline that. Because basic knowledge of when to use please and thank you will get you far. You want to have manners. You want to be able to say please and to say thank you and to introduce yourself. Granted, if this is your first Thanksgiving at his house, you're not going to be doing too much introducing. You want your man to be introducing you. Okay? You want him to do the introducing because you're a guest with his family. They don't know you yet. Now, with manners and okay, this is another side note. With the Caribbean population, if you are also of Caribbean descent, you know that when you go to a large family gathering, you go in there, you say hello to everybody, you give a hug and a kiss on the cheek, right? Err on the side of caution. If you are not, I'm going to repeat this again. If you're not of the Caribbean descent, don't do this. Do not hug up and kiss on these people. They don't know you. They don't know you. So what I would recommend you to do is, if you are, okay, let's say you're not of Caribbean descent, right? Let's say you are, but your boyfriend is, right? Your boyfriend is Haitian or Jamaican. He's from the Caribbean. He's black, but he's not American. He's not black American. He's like black with culture American, right? They use seasonings. If your family uses the similar seasonings, if your family uses similar seasonings as this man, and he's from the Caribbean, you two are from the Caribbean, you better give everybody a kiss and hug. Salut tout le monde, t'entendez? Which basically is translated to say hello to everybody, greet everyone. But if you are not, don't do it. For example, if you are white, if you're Asian, if you're Indian, if you are not from the Caribbean, if you are not from any of the cultures where they do that, don't do that. Follow your man's lead, say hello with a smile and wave. Say hello with a smile and wave. Do not go up in there and kiss everybody and hug everyone. Let them initiate a hug. Let them open their arms to be inviting to you. Because again, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to be remembered as the girl who's Sue Moon, who was up on everybody and saying hello and kissing everybody, and this is their first encounter with you. Don't do it. But if you, for example, if you're Haitian, I'm Haitian, hello. If you're Haitian, go up in that place and salut tout le monde. Say hello to everybody, greet everyone, okay? This is a good first impression. You don't know these people, but you want to leave a good first impression. And greeting everybody and saluting them, kissing them on the cheek, saying hello with a hug. They'll remember you as a girl who has manners, as a girl who's polite. If you are not from the same culture, don't do this. If you are, do that, okay? All right. But mind your manners. When you yawn, cover your mouth with your hand. These people don't need to see the back of your esophagus. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, actually. When people yawn and don't cover their mouth, why am I seeing the back of your throat? Why should I see your uvula? I don't need to see that. Why? And so many people do it. And it's like, ugh. All right. Step number 5. Do not cling to your boyfriend all night. Don't cling to him. Be around him. You want them to know that you're associated with him. You want people to know that he's the one who invited you, that you're here because of him. That's what you want, but you don't want to be the girl that is Velcro glued to her boyfriend. You want to be the girl that has some personality, that can stand on her own. And when you do this, it might be a little scary and jarring at first, but it lets other people come and talk to you. The aunties, the cousins who want to know who you really are, they're going to ask you the things that they wouldn't ask you in front of your man. They're going to talk to you and try to get a feel for you without your man present. You don't want to be Velcro glued to your man. And this is why confidence and kind of knowing who you are and having things to talk about. Remember, I said do your research, and step number 3, who all gonna be there? You want to know that if some of these cousins come up and run up on you and try to talk to you, that you have something to say. Okay. And you also don't want to come off as shy. You want to come off as, okay, I know a little bit about cousin Susie, a little bit about cousin Pam, a little bit about cousin Julie. I know a little bit about these cousins. I know a little bit about them. If they ask me something, I'm going to answer truthfully, of course. But if the conversation starts to get a little bit too uncomfortable with me, I have some topics that I can use to switch the subject, to throw it back on them, right? Remember, ask people about themselves. That'll buy you some time. And hopefully your boyfriend will kind of see you sinking a little bit and say, wait, I need to go get my girl. Number 6, after you're done eating, go and offer some help with cleanup. Do not eat and eat merrily and be full and sit and watch the game with everybody else as a normal guest. You're a guest, but you're not a normal guest. You're a girlfriend to the boyfriend that invited you here. You need to be in the kitchen. You need to be picking up dishes, picking up trash. You need to be helping, or at least offer to. Now, don't do this with you can do it with your boyfriend, but bonus points if you do it by yourself, right? It's a little scary at first. I know. But go in there and go to the back, or the kitchen, or the auntie, the mom, whatever, whoever, and go in there and say, hello, thank you so much for the food. It was delicious. I I need to actually don't say I need to have the recipe. Don't say that. Just say, thank you so much for inviting me. The food was delicious. How can I help? And say it with a smile. Say it like you actually want to help, even if you don't, because it'll buy you brownie points. It'll get you the points that you need. Now, in asking for help, I don't think they'll ask you to wash dishes. They might ask you to load the dishwasher. They might ask you to get the plates from the dining room. They might ask you to help prepackage food for some family members. They might ask you to wrap with aluminum foil, anything. But you have 2 hands, use it so you can help. Okay? It'll buy you brownie points and it'll leave a good, lasting first impression. Number 7, smile. Don't forget to smile. You might be anxious and you might be nervous, but don't forget to smile. You're here. You got invited. You got the coveted Thanksgiving invitation. You're here. The least you can do is smile and be grateful and be happy that you're here. Your boyfriend wanted you here. If he didn't want you here, you wouldn't be here. So you're here. And I honestly think happy girls are open girls. If you look like you're happy to be there, again, don't do too much. Don't smile cheek to cheek, ear to ear for the entire night to the point where people are like, oh, what's wrong with her? Why is she, but look happy. Now, one recommendation that I can give you is to practice this in the mirror. Just give a good smize. Give a good smile that you feel comfortable with giving throughout the night and throughout the dinner, to where people feel invited to talk to you, to where people feel like, okay, they want to come and talk to you. But don't do too much in the space of like a scary smile. People who smile too much and smile like you don't want to talk to them. Definitely waver if you have RBF. I get it, but smize. Work on your smile in the camera, work on your smile in front of the mirror. Just work on that smile. Because, also there'll be pictures. People want to take pictures. There'll be group pictures. Work on a pose that you like. Work on something that you'll be remembered for. Because you don't want to be that girl that's like, I don't like how I look. Can we take another picture? I don't like that one. Can we take another one? And they're stuck taking 50 different pictures of you. You don't want that. So practice in the mirror. I wouldn't even say practice in front of the camera because the camera can sometimes be deceiving, but practice in front of the mirror. See what you look like. Smile. Give a face that is inviting, that people want to talk to, that people want to approach. That's approachable. That's the word. Give an approachable smile. Okay? All right. Have a good attitude. Speak with respect. Respect yourself. Use the right language. I truly believe that Happy girls are approachable girls. People will approach you if you are smiling. So this is also important for body language. Don't fold your arms across your chest. Don't do the one arm like crossover. For example, like stand like this. Don't do that because that's like, it gives off, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm shy. Don't give that. Have a cute bag that if you get a little nervous with, you can fondle with your bag. You can, like, if it has like special like charms or things that are hanging off of it that you can play with. Oh, this is a big one. Do not be on your phone the whole night. I know that when people get nervous, they like to stay on their phone, glued to their phone, no eye contact. Put the phone away. When your man leaves you to go and do whatever he has to do for a few minutes or however, don't stay on your phone. You want to look at people, you want to smile, you want people to feel like, hey, she's not so busy, I can approach her. Because I feel like when you stay on your phone and you're locked like this in your phone, you're doing whatever, people aren't willing to come and talk to you, even though you really want people to talk to you. And this takes practice. I know. For those of you who are glued to your phone, this does take practice, but it's a good skill to have, to be away from your phone, to be able to be sociable without it. Okay, so smile, learn and work on your smile so that you are approachable and put the phone away. All right. Now, I feel like that's it for this for the steps. I'm gonna throw this extra bonus one in here, number 8. Ask your man in about a day or two. Ask your man how it went. Ask your man what they said about you, because they will say something about you. The aunties, the mom, the dad, the siblings, the cousins, somebody's gonna have something to say about you. Somebody will have something to say about you. So, in a day or two, ask your man, what did they think? What did anybody say anything about me? And take whatever they said with a grain of salt. If they really like you, pat yourself on the back. You did it. You left a good first impression. Now, the first impression is not everything. You have to leave a good second impression and a good third one. But the first one is the heaviest. It's the hardest. It's the scariest. And if you aced it, you should be proud of yourself. If you had an embarrassing moment, something spilled on you, you spilled something, you burned your sweater, something embarrassing happened and they talked about it, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. They will forget about it. They will forget about it. It's okay. All right. I know you're probably kicking yourself in the butt. It's okay. They will forget about it. Right? They have to. But you did it. You did it. So I feel like you should be proud of yourself, one, for being invited. And those are my tips for how to survive the first Thanksgiving at your boyfriend's house. If you have any other tips that you think I missed, please comment down below. Like and subscribe. You guys already know what to do. Please, I want to hear from you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, also, I'll be doing I'll be doing the boyfriend's guide to this. So how to survive Thanksgiving or the holidays at your girlfriend's house. So stay tuned for that. And if you're a girlfriend and you want your man to follow those tips, send it to him too. Send it to him too. Send it to him too. So that you can have some tips on how to present at your family's house. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I have my handy dandy iPad. Okay. Is this thing on? Okay. Testing. Oh, testing. Is this thing on? Is it on? Testing. Is this thing on? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the For the Modest Girl YouTube channel. If you're new here, like, comment, and subscribe. You already know what to do. Talking. Okay. All right. But it's okay. You made it. He wanted you here. Galleria, you were invited here. So smile. You made it. Okay? Again, don't do too much. Don't do too much. And so once upon a time, people used to have a handy dandy notebook. Now we have a handy dandy iPad. Do not do too much. Don't do too much. Do not do too much.